We've got a bunch of cars for this next one. Group 4A, 1973 to 1981 FIA IMSA GT, GTX, and AAGT cars. 38 cars scheduled to answer the starter's call for this one. So I think it's probably a good time to start the rundown so we can get them all in time. On the pole for this is number 70T, driven by Charles Neerberg, Dallas, Texas. The 1980 Porsche 935 K3, one of the Kramer cars. Number 53, Mike Thurlow, shares that front row. He's from Kingsburg, driving a 1976 Chevrolet Corvette.
Inside the second row is number 12, Bruce Canepa, Scotts Valley, in his 1979 Porsche 935. Next to him is number 20, Ken Epson from Santa Clara in that monster 1976 Decon Monza.
Row 3, inside car 0, starting 5th, Cooper McNeil, Hinsdale, Illinois, 1980 Porsche 935. Alongside him, another Decon Monza 76 model, driven by Kyle Hogan of Littleton, Colorado, car 24.
Inside 4th row, number 28, Cooper McNeil, Hinsdale on the 77 Porsche 934.5. And right beside him, number 18, Zach Brown from Garford in Yorkshire, England, a 1981 Porsche 935.
Car number 3 in the 5th row, starting 9th, Bill Ockerlund, Holland, Michigan, our 3rd Monza in this group. Don't think I've seen 3 of them all together at one time in quite a while. That's a 1976 model. Alan Turpin shares the row in car number 11. He's from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and a 75 Porsche Carrera RSR 3.0.
Inside 6th row, number 42, Ranson Webster from Reno, Nevada, in his unmistakable pink Japanese-colored Japanese livery 1976 Porsche 935 K3. Beside him is 125 Chris Springer from Los Gatos in a 68 Chevrolet Corvette.
Row 7 inside 3T, Ethan Shippert driving, Petaluma, California, 1978 BMW 320i Turbo, sharing the road, Chip Connor, car 88 from Reno, Nevada, and a 1980 Porsche 935J, a Joust car.
And next row is number 80, starting 15th, William Kincaid, Palo Alto, 76 Porsche 934. Beside him, 93, Steve Schmidt from Costa Mesa in the 76 Porsche 935 K3.
John Morton, car 46, Alpharetta, Georgia, 1970 Datsun 240Z. Keep your eye on Bruce Canepa in that number 12 car. That's another pretty significant car.
Oh, and he's had that forever, hasn't he?
Yeah, that 12 car of Canepa's, only 13 customer 935s were built by Porsche in 1979. Then Porsche stopped production so they could concentrate on prototype racing, leaving the development of the 935 up to the private teams such as Kramer and Jost. That's where you get the Ks and the Js after 935. This particular one was the last works car built by the factory, only raced 5 times in 79 and 81, and as a result, it's the most original 935 in existence. Competing in his first road race, Bruce Canepa drove the 77 Porsche 934.5 against the new 935, finishing 7th overall in the 1978 Sears Point Camel GT, and later in the year, very competitive in the Laguna Seca Trans Am, but had mechanical problems in the race. Early in 79, Canepa, along with Rick Mears, Monty Shelton, who you just mentioned, finished 3rd overall at the 24 Hours of Daytona in the then outdated 934.5. The Porsche factory was quite impressed and offered Canepa a new 935 and works support. The car was delivered to California just prior to the 11th round of the 79 IMSA Championship at Sears Point. Driving a 935 for the first time, Canepa qualified the car 10th and finished 5th. Solid work. Absolutely. And it's quite an achievement to be recognized by the Porsche factory as someone they won in one of their cars.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a fast car, too. Just generally. It'll be interesting to see how this all shakes out. Okay. Looking for the green.
And the green flag waves. Cars are cresting the hill when they took the green flag at over 120 miles an hour. That's just on the beginning lap when they weren't fully on it. And it looked like Nürburg and Thurlow, the two cars in the front row, at least were first across the line. But after that, they're out of our sight down the Andretti hairpin. Who knows what happened? We won't know until they get back because we do not have video of the on-track action. Dale coming down off the hill. We can hear them before they see them. Looks like it's a pair of Porsches that are going to lead this field out of that final corner on the initial lap. Corvette has dropped back. Up they come, up the start-finish straightaway. Nürburg, Canepa, Thurlow drops to third. Then it's McNeil in the Porsche 935. Followed by Gunnar Jeanette in car 28. Whoa, yeah, that's your top five. I'm looking at speeds approaching 130 miles an hour on that digital speed readout.
The leaders went through at 142.
Good Lord.
And actually, if they get away from the rest of the field, you can expect those numbers to go up.
Well, you asked me who was going to come up, and I said Canepa. He's already up in the second spot.
That's going to be really close. Maybe we'll get a helicopter next to you so we can see. Wouldn't that be fun? It's like
there's so much vibration you can't read in the dark out there.
And then they'd have to put numbers on the roof too, right?
Absolutely, just like they do on buses, police cars, things like that. So Nürburg, the first lap, over 70T. Canepa's second. Thurlow in a Corvette third, McNeil in another Porsche is fourth, and Jeanette in a Porsche is fifth, car 28. So 4 out of the top 5 are Porsches. With that, let's get the cars for Group 5A, 1947 to 1955 sports racing and GT cars to the pre-grid. Cars in Group 5A to the pre-grid now. And here they come again with that near the battle of the 935s.
139, 144 now. Oh, the two Decon monsters going neck and neck.
Yeah, Epsman in the number 20 car is running in 6th. Hogan in 24 is right on him in 7th spot. So it's the battle of the Decon Monza. The third Monza, Bill Ockerland's car, number 3, is running 9th. So the Monzas are running 7th, 8th, so 6th, 7th, and 9th.
Okay.
Zach Brown and his Porsche is in the 8th spot.
Halfway down the field, there's guys doing 130 under the tower, under the bridge.
That's 28. These guys are flying around here.
So we have McNeil in number 28, but actually it looks like that is Gunnar Jeanette, who is now 5th. He started 7th.
You know, also of interest to me is that number 46 car being driven by John Morton. He's currently running 17th, but he's the quickest of all the Datsun 240Zs out there, and there are 7. He's quickest by a considerable measure. In January of 1970, Datsun introduced the 240Z to the U.S. market. Pete Brock linked a deal with Datsun to run 2 Z cars in SCCA competition. One of the cars was this car, the other was the number 3 car, John Morton. Morton and Peter met up, signed for racing classes with Shelby in the 60s, and Brock asked Morton to drive the 46 car. They ran the entire 70 schedule with John winning the national championship in C production in the runoffs at Road Atlanta in November of that year. Championship not only put Dobson in the spotlight, but started a cult of young Z-car fans that still feel the passion today. 240Z was now off the map, and John drove that car the entire 71 campaign in SCCA C production again, dominated, and then once more won the championship. Back-to-back championship, remains today one of the most famous Z cars, along with its master driver, John Morton. 46 cars of history all over the country during the 2 full seasons of C production racing. As John has told us numerous times, it's the car that really launched his racing career. And Morton picked up a spot that last lap in that Dobson. He got around one of the Porsche 935 K3 cars. Just to give you an idea of Morton's pace, he is 16th in the Z. The next Dobson Z car is 27th. Both he and that car are very, very quick.
So no changes in the top 10. Still Nürburg, Canepa, Furlow, McNeil, Jeanette, Epsman, Hogan, Brown, Auckland, and Springer. And that's actually 2 laps that they have stayed pretty much unchanged. Nürburg with just an edge on Canepa, but he makes any kind of a slip, and that's going to be gone.
You know, basically, this is a 935 race. It looks like a Porsche Cup event.
It is like a Porsche Cup, yeah.
Safety car going out on track. I have not been monitoring course communication. I don't know what it's about. They're displaying a standing yellow at start finish. It's going to pick up your race leader.
There was a note that 2 T spots.
Okay, so the pace car will pick up the leader, Charles Nürburg, in the 70T car. Pace car will lead him around for a lap or 2, and while they're under that safety car situation, there is no passing. You cannot improve your position. So this is going to bunch them up.
Looks like 2T, that is Schmidt who's spun, and that's what
that BMW M1 Pro car.
Yep, that's right.
Well, they've dispatched a tow truck and Rescue 1 from the Turn 11 compound, and they're going out to pick up the car that's causing this issue. 5 minutes remaining in this. So, well, this could well end under the yellow flag, unfortunately. By the time they get things cleaned up, I don't think they'll get the car in time and release them back to green before the checkered flag race. Remember, these are short races, only 20-minute races.
Mind you, depending on where you are, I bet it seems pretty long. Depending on your circumstances when you're out.
It can either seem pretty long or it can seem pretty short. Particularly if you're going along and someone's starting to just hammer on your bumper. Just, when's this thing gonna end? Cars in Race Group 5A, 1974 to 1955, sports racing and GT cars. Should now be on pre-grid. Group 5A cars to the pre-grid, please.
Well, I think that's one of the things when you're racing, you have to remember which lap you're on. There's plenty of cases where people will mess that one up. Oh, going green. Good.
Well, that's good news. We heard over the comm line that they're going to go green next time by. So that means the pace car will take the exit down there prior to turn 11 out of turn 10. And they'll come back up. And let's watch Nürburg, Canepa, Thurlow, McNeil, and Hogan.
My bet's on 142 under the bridge. If they go any faster than that, they'll actually be going faster than they've gone so far.
You know, I didn't notice this, but Hogan's gotten around Epsman and also Jeanette in that Porsche 935. His Monza is now in 5th spot. Green flag, and away we go again.
144, I go. He's faster.
Yeah, Kyle Hogan in that number 24 Decon Monza has moved into the top 5. He's gotten around Gunnar Jeanette's Porsche 934.5. That's the number 28 car. Epsman still running in 7th in his Decon Monza, number 20, followed by Brown in the number 18 Porsche. And Decon Monza of Bill Ockerland, number 3, is 9th. And the number 125 car is running 10th. That's Chris Springer in his Chevrolet Corvette. Oh, well, I wasn't looking at the starter grid, but Paul just told me that both Canepa and Nürburg got open black flag, which means that they must come in and have a little chat, a little counseling. Yeah. And they got him again, second time by. They need to come in off the track. That's going to put Thurlow in the lead in that Corvette, number 53.
It makes you wonder what they did, doesn't it?
You know, if you're driving over the top or a little bit over your head, sometimes you'll get a closed or pearl black flag shaking at you as you come by to warn you that you need to clean up your act.
Yeah, we got our eye on you.
If you get an open black flag, that means they're very unhappy with something you did, and we need to have a discussion about it. Please come in and chat with us now.
Sounds like Thurlow got an open black flag.
And now Thurlow, the third place car, got an open black flag. I don't know what's going on out there, but the top 3 cars have all received open black flags, which means they are supposed to come into the pits on the next lap. We'll see if they do.
Spirited competition, you could describe that.
Okay, Canepa has come into the pits. Thurlow is the new leader, and the checkered flag waves. And while all this was going on and we weren't paying attention, Ken Epsman in his Decon Monza got around Kyle Hogan and moved himself up into 4th spot. Hogan's 5th, so you've got a Corvette Two Porsche 930, Porsche 935, a Porsche 934.5, and a pair of Decon Monzas running 4th and 5th. That's your top 5. The rest of the field being flagged on. We're not sure. We'll have to wait and see what the official result on this one is, because we thought that Thurlow got a full black flag before he received the checker, but he was out on track and he was the first car to take the checker flag. So unofficially, the way we have it, your race winner is Thurlow in the 53 Chevrolet Corvette, Mike Thurlow. Second spot is the number 0 car of Cooper McNeil, Porsche 935. Third is car number 28, Gunnar Jeanette driving. That's 77 Porsche 934.5. Fourth is Ken Epsman in the car number 20, 76 Decon Monza, and car number 24 finishes in 5th. That's Kyle Hogan in another 76 Decon Monza. Bruce Canepa in car 12 has scored 6th. The number 18 car of Zach Brown scored in 7th spot. Those are both Porsche 935s. Car number 125 listed as finishing in 8th spot. Chris Springer in a Chevrolet Corvette. 9th is Bill Ockerland in car 3, Decon Monza, and unofficially 10th is car 011.